Like, I'm not kidding you guys. Like, hey guys, what's up? I know that some of y'all were hating, and I know some of y'all are still gonna hate, but haters gonna hate, and honestly, if I gave a fuck about every negative thing anyone ever said to me, I'd get nowhere. This channel wouldn't exist after like 6 months of videos. My Instagram wouldn't exist. So at the end of the day, I just gotta do what I feel is best. So I did start working with Monat. So I'll be posting a lot of before and after pictures and hair things and stuff on Instagram from now on. Obviously, that's not going to be my main Instagram focus, because my main Instagram focus is wannabe hoe-ass Insta model mixed with female empowerment and dating tips for both men and women. Honestly, I'm really excited to start working with Monat, and the girl that I am working with who convinced me to do it basically is someone who has worked with multiple multi-level marketing companies, and she said that they have literally all been complete scams. Like, every penny she made went to the people above her, and it just wasn't worth it, and she was selling her ass off and she wasn't getting anywhere. So she was super hesitant about Monat after trying other MLMs, and Monat was just super different because her money was going to her and it wasn't going to the people above her. And she says when she signs people on, like when she signed me on, yeah, she gets like a $50 bonus or something, but when I make money, even though she signed me, she's not gonna get a cent of what I make. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's really you working for yourself individually, and the way you work up in the company is simply by selling more products and getting more women to work with you, which really is not a benefit to you to get someone to work with you, because like I said, I'm not profiting off of the women who decide that they want to be entrepreneurial and they want to do social marketing and they want to promote products on Instagram. Those women that trust me and do decide to work with me aren't working for me. Like, literally, I'm not benefiting in the slightest. I'm just reaching out and trying to grow the company because that's part of what the job is. But it's really about like selling the products, and the products are fucking dope. And anyone who's like, well, what about when they cause chair loss and all that shit? Like, are you fucking kidding? Where the fuck are you getting this information from? Reddit? Because Reddit isn't real. Reddit is a subtweet, a thread where anyone in the world can just post whatever the fuck they want. Reddit, you can find like weird ass porn, gore shit things. So like, that's definitely no. Okay, so that's definitely not a good source for information. Just gonna put that out there. And at the end of the day, a lot of things you see online are fake, and at the end of the day, some people are going to be allergic to some things and have bad reactions. Like, my fucking sister started a new antidepressant and literally her entire body broke out in so many hives. She was one huge walking hive and went into anaphylactic shock and had to be in the hospital for 3 days and literally almost died. And the chance of that happening to you, like that being an actual side effect for someone that takes the pill, is 0.02%. So yes, there's always an anomaly. There's always someone who isn't going to like something or whose body isn't going to react well to it. But the majority of people do fine, and the products are amazing, and your hair is shiny and silky and fucking awesome. So before anyone wants to try and be like, oh, you're getting scammed because you just joined an MLM and Monat products aren't even good, bitch, shut the fuck up. Until you fucking buy the products and use it for an extended period of time, don't fucking tell me shit. And until you join Monat and start making your own money and realize that you're not getting scammed and your money isn't going to other people, again, don't fucking tell me shit. But for today's video, I thought I'd be a little old school and do a story time. And this is a recent story time. This happened like 4 or 5, max 6 weeks ago. And it was just like a bad date. Like, nothing like incredulously shocking happened. I mean, one thing happened that was kind of like, what the fuck? But overall, it's just a really good example of just the definition of a bad fucking date. And what made it especially fucking bad was the fact that I, within 20 minutes, knew that I didn't like this guy. I wasn't attracted to this guy. I had no compatibility or connection or chemistry with this guy. And within about the same amount of time, this guy decided I was the hottest, coolest, most compatible bitch for him in the world. So, how the fuck did I navigate this? How the fuck did I last 3 or 4 hours on this date with this man? I may never know. Basically, a few weeks ago, I wanted to go out on a Friday night, and I don't really have a lot of friends in Austin. So if you live in Austin, like, can you DM me, hit me up? Like, I need fucking friends, okay? And I really get along well with men because I have such like an aggressive, vulgar, disgusting, horrible, offensive sense of humor. And a lot of girls are fucking sensitive little pussies. Just being truthful. So I figured, why not go on Bumble or Tinder and just find someone to go out with, just to go to the bars with, bar hop, have a fun night. Like, if there's a connection, if something romantic happens, then so be it. But I'm basically just looking for someone who seems interesting enough to go out with for an evening. Not even like trying to fuck or trying to find my boyfriend, like literally just trying to find someone to have fun with me. Okay, thank you. So I find this guy on like the Friday morning, and we have like a really witty conversation. Like, he definitely seems to get my sense of humor. He has big ears, which is like one of my things, because Ultimate Fuckboy had big ears, and this other guy I used to like had big ears, and now it's just this thing for me where I'm into guys with big ears. And I know that that's typically not considered attractive, I'm aware, but you know, someone has to love the people with the big ears in the world, so it might as well be me. I thought the conversation was good enough, and the big ears were really reeling me in, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out with this guy tonight. So basically we decide that we're going to meet at his apartment because he lives downtown already. I do not live downtown. We're gonna pregame, and then we're just gonna head over to the bars. So I go to his apartment, he comes and meets me in the parking garage, and I'm like instantly not attracted to him. Like, his face is just, I don't know. He looked like exactly like his pictures, but the thing is, in a picture, when you just like for every single photo, that's not the same as like when you're animated and moving and whatever, which is why I typically tend to FaceTime guys or make guys send me a video of themselves talking, just saying something for a few seconds before I decide that I want to embark on this journey of potential hell with you, just to make sure you like look good in 3D. I didn't do this with this guy. Instantly regretted it within 5 fucking seconds of seeing him face to face. He just was too animated. I don't know if that makes sense. It will as I continue this story. So we go into his apartment, and I brought champagne and OJ because I wanted mimosas, and he was like, oh, I remember you mentioning you wanted mimosas earlier, so I bought champagne and OJ for you. And I was like, wow, bro, that definitely gives you some points. Like, you actually listened to something I said, and then you went to the store and you bought that stuff for me. Like, that's actually so fucking nice. So I will give him one star for that. So we're just chilling and drinking, and the conversation's flowing, like we're getting along. It wasn't like awkward or stagnant or anything like that, but just he was the exact opposite of my type of guy. Like, I know exactly like the specific down to a T personality type that I'm attracted to / that I work best with in relationships. I tend to like guys who are just really mellow, really soft spoken, like just like the cool guy who's just like, yeah, what's up? I kind of picture the dude that like smokes his cigarettes in the Breakfast Club, who like ends up liking the redheaded chick in detention, you know, like the really cool guy, like the main popular dude, just like a cool guy, but that isn't an asshole, like maybe even is slightly dorky just because they're like quieter, but definitely a good person and definitely enjoys my sense of humor and my craziness. Even though they're so quiet, it's like surprising that they like that about me, but they do, and it works. This guy was like a legit more insane than me, like louder than me, more animated than me, crazier than me, just like way too much. And I know I'm too much for people, so literally God bless this man's soul, because it's going to take a very specific type of woman to date that / marry that forever, because it's just too much input all the fucking time. Like, even after 3 hours with him, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I need to fucking lay down. He had a voice, like his natural speaking voice was the voice of like, like kind of like a hammy, like show tune radio announcer kind of guy. Just like every sentence he said just seems so like crazy. And I was like, does he actually just talk like this, or is he trying to talk like this? And he was very funny to himself. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Every other sentence out of his mouth was either a one-liner or like a kind of thing, like a joke or like a pun or something that's supposed to be funny or clever, and it wasn't. Every single one of them fell flat. Nothing he said or did was funny to me, like at all. Like, it was, I don't know, dude, like, I don't know if that usually works for you, if this is just your natural personality type. My personality type doesn't fucking vibe with that. So before we even got to the bars, I already was like, yeah, don't like this guy at all. And I know that he likes me because within like 30 minutes of hanging out, he told me that I was the best online date he's ever had. And I was like, wow, really? Like, really? Because I feel like I'm really acting like I don't like you. And I was like, really, why? And he was like, you just can hold the conversation. You're really outgoing. You're funny. A lot of girls aren't funny. You like actually have a personality. You like are talking to me. Most girls just sit there awkwardly and I have to like lead the whole conversation because they're so shy. And you're like really hot. And I was like, cool. Okay, like every girl likes to be complimented on the way they look, especially when it's a date and they put in extra effort to look good. Like I had on a cute outfit, I had on full face on makeup, I did my hair. Like that's obviously way different than this. Like I put in fucking effort because it's a fucking date, no fucking shit. The appropriate thing to do for any man, let alone a 32-year-old man, because yes, that's how old he was. Yes, he was a real fucking adult. Yes, he should know better. Would be to be like, oh my god, you look so pretty, or I like your outfit, or I like your makeup, or you're just beautiful, just whatever the fuck, I don't know, just say something normal. But instead he told me that I was hot, which if you're dating someone and you're like doing foreplay or like going on a sexy night out and your partner is like, damn babe, like you look hot, like that's different because I know that you love and respect me. But when I don't know you at all and you're just telling me right off the bat that I'm so hot, it just instantly makes me feel like a piece of meat. Like you obviously just want to fuck me. And he did look at me like a piece of meat. It was so fucking uncomfortable, like the look he gave me. And he literally kept like I'm not kidding you guys, like like I'm not kidding, he literally was doing that to me. And I don't know if it was subconscious or if he was trying to do it on purpose to be sexy, but either way it was terrifying. Since I quickly realized that I don't like this guy at all, I make a mental note to self that I like can't actually drink that much when I go out because I would like to get back in my car and drive the fuck away at the end of the evening. Since I'd driven to his apartment, my car was at his apartment, I definitely did not want to get drunk and then have to Uber home and then come back the next day to get my fucking car, or worse, be put in a position where I have to like awkwardly sleep at his fucking house when this dude obviously would love to fuck the shit out of me. So we eventually decide to go to the bar. So we go to the bar and we get a drink and we're sitting at a table and we're talking. And again, it's like kind of good conversation. It's just he's absolutely not my type at all. And the way he's looking at me and the weird lip licking thing, you guys, like just no. And he was too loud, too crazy. Girls that are introverted, like they must go on dates with him and are like actually fucking scared for their lives because this dude was too fucking much. So we're sitting there just having a little convo and like drinking, and he's like, I'm gonna go to the restroom, I'll be right back. So I'm just sitting there alone drinking by myself. I don't give a single fuck. Some other dude comes up to me in the like 5 minutes this dude's gone peeing to introduce himself to me, to hit on me because he sees me alone at the bar. And I'm like, actually, I'm very flattered, but I'm here on a first date with this dude. He's probably gonna come back soon. And he's like, oh, that's fine. Like I totally respect that. Like I'll just keep you company and chat with you until he gets back so you're not alone, which I actually appreciated because when you're alone, you kind of look like a weirdo. Like who the fuck is just at the bar alone? Especially as a girl. So he's talking to me and he's literally not even being flirty, like being totally platonic, like totally respectful. And then my date comes back up and basically, without saying fuck off, tells this dude to fuck off. Like basically acts like how a very overprotective, jealous boyfriend would act if a boyfriend came back from the bathroom and saw some dude like macking on his girl. And he like interjects himself between me and this other dude to like create space, kind of like, yeah, you get the fuck away from him because you're my date. Like too aggressive, too psycho, and like introduces himself but in a really dick move kind of way, kind of like in a who the fuck are you, I'm blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing because it's so obvious this dude's being a fucking asshole and this is my date, so that makes me look bad. This is a poor reflection on me. My date then is like, anyway, bro, like, have a good night. Let's go get another drink. Let's get another drink. And basically, like, pulls me to the bar to get another drink, aka to get me away from this dude because he's jealous, insecure, psycho. I don't fucking know. It was so fucking uncomfortable. Just the weirdest little interaction of all time. So we go to the bar, get another drink. And at this point, I'm, like, kind of pissed because I'm not having fun. I'm tolerating your obnoxious as fuck personality to be polite. Like, I'm not going to bail on the date early because nothing bad has happened. And now you're being rude to people who are not even hitting on me, not trying to get with me, and even if they were, like, the cool thing to do would be to be cool about it. And you're not my boyfriend, so what the actual fuck? You're showing me so many red flags. Like, what if I'd actually been interested in this guy and thought he was so cool and then he pulled this shit? Like, no, you're showing me that as a boyfriend, you would be a psychopath, and I fucking hate that. Been there, done that with my whole crazy, cheating, coked out ex all through high school. Don't ever do that shit again. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't we go inside and, like, play a game of pool? Because then, okay, we have something to do. We can talk about the game. We can be focused on something else. I don't have to, like, continue these weird conversations with him. Like, let's just go do an activity. So we go inside to play pool. People are already playing, so we ask if we can have downs, which means can we play the next game? The people are like, yeah, of course, so whatever. The people finish playing their game, we get to go, and someone had like already put quarters in the machine, so the balls had already been out, so all we had to do was rack them and start playing. And I didn't really think much of this because like, why would I think that hard about something like that? But whatever, we just started playing the game. I won, by the way, by a lot, like totally creamed his fucking ass, which he thought was impressive. I just thought was amazing. I just thought it was an amazing metaphor for how superior I am in every way to you, bro, you weird fucking motherfucker. So we're like halfway through the game of pool and this guy comes up who, you guys, I'm not exaggerating, he might have been a homeless man, but I don't think they would actually allow a homeless man into the bar. So maybe he was just like the dirtiest, nastiest, normal citizen of Austin of all time. But if you even got within 5 feet of this guy, he smelled so bad, like someone who has not bathed in months, like just literally being within feet of him, you could just smell the stench like steaming off his body, like the nastiest fucking guy. I don't even know how he was allowed in the bar because the bouncer obviously would have smelled him while checking his ID and should have been like, bro, no, you can't fucking come in here. Like, this is an establishment for people that fucking bathe. Go the fuck home. So I was shocked that this dude even was in the bar. So this nasty, potentially homeless, smelly ass guy comes up to us playing pool and is like, what the fuck? Y'all used my quarters to play this game. Okay. First of all, you're a crazy old homeless man or something. Why are you angry over 4 quarters? And why did it take you halfway through us playing this game for you to say anything about it? To my date, why didn't you notice that someone else had already paid for the fucking table? It was so weird, and the guy was so angry about it, and to be that angry over 4 quarters is like crazy to me. Unless you're actually homeless, then maybe you need those 4 quarters. But again, he was going to play, so whatever. So I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't even notice. Like, you can totally play the next game, like we're almost done, like I swear I got you next round, 4 quarters, like NBD, right? Like, diffuse the situation. This is not something worth arguing about, right? My fucking date, definitely thinking he looks cool and thinks he looks like the man, proceeds to go up to this like homeless dude, get in his fucking face, and I'm like, oh no, oh no, no, no. I don't like confrontation. I don't do confrontation. I don't fuck with it. I don't like violence. I don't like when people act psycho because they're drunk. And like, we were not drunk at all. Like, maybe he had drank a lot before I'd come over, but having like a couple mimosas and then 1 drink at a bar as a grown man, like, you should not be acting this way. And if you're acting this way just because this is your normal behavior, that's even more alarming to me. So he gets in this guy's face, opens his wallet, takes out a $1 bill, rolls it up, and throws it on this dude. So like, hits the dude in the chest, falls on the floor, and I just know World War III is about to fucking go down. And so the fucking homeless man starts saying shit like, oh yeah, bro, you think you can just pull out your wallet, show me all your cash? Do you even have a job, bro? Like, are you a trust fund kid? Like, little bitch. Like, I bet your mommy and daddy gave you all those fucking bills in your wallet. And then my fucking date, which, I like am cringing that I even have to say this is my date, because at this point I was like, I want to fucking leave right now. But I couldn't, because me being the dumb fucking bitch that I am, left my purse at his fucking house because I don't like purses, and since I was wearing shorts with pockets, I just took out my ID and my card and some cash, put it in my pocket. Worst move of all time. So fucking stupid. But I couldn't leave because I had to go back to his house to get the shit. Like, non-negotiable. I can't leave all my shit at his house forever. I need that shit. That's my shit. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this is literally insane. Like, I'm gonna like walk away. Like, I'm actually gonna leave. So dude that's on the date with me, you can stay here and fight this homeless man over $1. Are you literally that fucking petty? Like, are you a 4th grade boy? Like, literally, who the fuck are you that this is how you're acting? So I was like, I'm literally leaving. Like, I'm literally walking out of the bar. I'm literally gonna fucking go, bro. So I exit the bar and just walk to the bar right next door, just like, okay, I'm gonna fucking do my own thing. And so then my date like comes after me and he's like, I feel really weird about that. And I'm like, you feel weird about that? You feel weird about that? Well, you think I feel good about it? Like, what the fuck? And he's just like, I feel really weird about that. Like, it's clear that you're upset with me and now I feel uncomfortable and you just left. Like, I've never had a girl leave before. And I'm like, bro, you were literally trying to fight someone who's like homeless or something, like someone who's absolutely not worth your time over 4 quarters. Like, that's fucking insane. Like, why the fuck would I stay here? And especially if y'all start punching each other, you think I'm gonna be involved in that altercation, you think I'm gonna be a witness and have to testify to a policeman about you random ass man I've known for 2 hours. No fucking way, I'm fucking leaving. And then he just looks at me like kind of like he hates me, and then he just changes his whole demeanor to like being pleasant and weird and too smiley again. And he's like, wow, I actually kind of like it that you just called me out on my shit. And I was like, okay, great. So now we're back to you loving me again, because I was really hoping this could be the end of the night. Fucking A. So we go into the next bar, we get one more drink. I take like 3 sips of it and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm out. I'm like, honestly, I'm tired. I'm kind of over this. I want to go. I'll pay for the Uber back to your house, but like, I want to go now. And he's just kind of like, okay, like doesn't want the night to end, is definitely upset and is defeated, but also like, bro, this whole night, it has been shit and it's your fucking fault. You were rude to a random guy for just keeping me company when you were fucking pissing. You tried to fight a homeless man over 4 fucking quarters, like got in his face yelling, threw $1 at him. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that doesn't make you look cool. That makes you look like a legit humongous asshole. I don't like you at all. You're the most annoying person I've ever fucking met in my life, and I'm not attracted to you. Like, please get me the fuck out of here. So I order an Uber. The Uber comes in like 1 minute because like this is 2018. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, hey, the Uber's here. So I walk outside to the Uber, get in the Uber, and this guy disappears. I don't know where the fuck he went. I sit in that Uber for a solid 10 fucking minutes waiting for him, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, Uber driver. I'm waiting for my date. I literally don't know this guy. I don't like this guy, but I can't leave him because I have to get back to his apartment. I need the gate code and shit. Like, please just keep waiting, even though this is racking up my Uber bill because we're waiting for this guy. Finally, I'm for like 10 minutes, and I've sent him like 5 texts, like, where the fuck are you? Why didn't you get in the Uber? He calls me, and he's like, where are you? And I'm like, what do you mean, where am I? Like, literally, this is the most annoying, stupid, crazy-ass motherfucker of all time. And I'm like, I'm in the Uber, bro. And he's like, where's the Uber? And I'm like, literally right outside the bar. Like, not around the corner, not 10 feet down the block, literally right outside the bar. Like 4 feet from the door to the bar, from the sidewalk, inside the car. Like, it's not that hard, bro. And he's literally like, oh, I thought you like walked down the street to go to a different bar. He'd like literally walked like 3 blocks down the street. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if this guy did drugs or something. So fucking bizarre. So I'm waiting for him to walk the like 3 blocks back up. He gets in the fucking Uber. We like sit there in silence, so fucking uncomfortable. Get to his house, go back inside. I get my bag and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm gonna leave. Like, I really didn't drink that much. I can totally drive. And he's like, are you sure you don't want to stay here? Like, you can totally sleep here. Like, no big deal. No pressure to do anything. And I'm just like, this guy is insane. Like, he either has the most confidence of any crazy person of all time, or he's just really shooting his shot because he's so attracted to me and thinks I'm so cool and just hoping that I'll fucking throw him a bone. And I'm like, yeah, no way. I'm like, abso-fucking-lutely leaving. So I'm like, I can go. Like, I can figure it out from here. And he's like, oh, no, you can't go because you need a code to get into the parking garage. So I'm like, oh, of course I do. So he then has to walk me all the way through the hallway of the building, in the elevator, down to the ground floor, walk across the road to the parking garage, get in the parking garage, all together, like 5 whole minutes of this together. So awkward. And it's like silence as fuck. And it's just so obvious that I don't like him and I feel so uncomfortable. But he still is like trying so hard to like get a kiss or make a plan for the next time we're gonna see each other, just saying and doing everything he can to be like, but I still like you, even if this was a weird date, like, it's my bad, like, you're still so great, like, oh, just looking at me like with hearts in his eyes. And so my car was on like the 4th floor of the parking garage, so I was like, I can go by myself, like, I'll just get in the elevator, I can get up to the 4th floor by myself. And he's like, are you sure? Like, I can get in with you and like literally take you up to your car. And I'm like, no, because I know if he gets in the elevator with me and walks me to my car, he's gonna expect me to kiss him before I get in my car and leave. And there's no way in hell I could ever even kiss this man, not even one peck on the lip for half a second. Fucking couldn't, you guys. Like, just ugh. Not to mention, he just kept looking at me like, like, why are you doing that, bro? Why the fuck are you doing that with your fucking face right now? I open the elevator door, I get in, and I turn around to face him, and he's outside the elevator, and I put up my hand, and I go, well, high five. Thanks for the night. And he's like, are you serious? Like, you really want a high five right now? And I'm like, yeah. Good night, bro. Thanks for taking me out. We high five, and then I'm like, shut the fucking door now. Close door, close door, close door, close door. Bye, bye. As the door's like shutting in his face, and he just looks at me like, Like so shook, like couldn't fucking believe it. Couldn't believe that I high-fived him. Couldn't believe that I didn't just even give him one little kiss. Which you have to know, bro, if I didn't even give you one kiss when you actually, in your psychotic, weird little mind, thought that was gonna happen, the fact that that didn't happen should speak volumes to you about how fucking weird you are and how bad your behavior was on this entire fucking date. So then I was safe, thank God. I made it alive. I didn't have to kiss him. It was great, even though it was like literally one of the top 3 worst dates of my entire life. And like I said, it's not like anything super, super crazy happened. It was just the definition of a bad date. And like no compatibility and no attraction. And it was even weirder because he was so into me. Oh, and I'd like to add that at least 10 different times throughout the night, he told me that I had phenomenal tits. Again, calling me hot and telling me I have phenomenal tits over and over and over again makes me terrified that you're trying to like rape me. Like, why the fuck can't you be normal and just be like, I think you're really pretty? Like, literally, who raised you? You're 32 years old and single as fuck, and now we all know why. I definitely expected him to text me because he definitely wanted to see me again. Even so, even after all that, he didn't text me. Like, he knew after that high five that I was absolutely uninterested. Although 48 hours later on like Sunday, because that was Friday, Sunday night at like 11 p.m. he called me. And I just let it ring. Didn't even decline it, just let it all the way ring. And that was his one attempt at reaching out. Never texted, just called that one time. And calling is very weird, very ballsy. He must have been drunk. Like, you really want me to pick up the phone and with my voice in your ears hear me say, yeah, bro, worst fucking date of my life, and you're one creepy ass motherfucker, it's a no from me. Like, you really want me to verbalize that to you? Because that's exactly what I would have done if I'd answered the call. Yeah, so a moral of the story, never fucking go out with anyone from a dating app unless you FaceTime them or gotten a video of them speaking first. But FaceTime is way better because you can converse back and forth and see if there's a banter and see if y'all's personalities click. Like, seriously, save a life. Don't fucking go on a date unless you FaceTime someone first. Not to mention, people just look way different in 3D than they do in their photos because everyone is fucking lying. Well, guys, I love you. Have a great day. Bye.